guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So I just kind of wanted to do a quick little, it's not even quick, this video is actually really long. This is like a 15-minute video. But in this video, we're going to be doing a bling shirt. Y'all, get into it, okay? Get into these colors. Do y'all see these colors? These are the colors that I purchased in the last buy-in from the baby's booty. I have had them for like a month now. I just haven't been able to get into my office to really make a shirt or use them. So I decided that I was going to make a shirt today, and I was going to use the new colors that I got. But this video is mostly going to be touching on how to upload your files into Cricut, your rhinestone files into Cricut, once you purchase them from Etsy. That is like a really big question that I get on some of my bling videos. How do you download them and then upload them? Download them from Etsy and then upload them into Cricut once you've purchased them to go ahead and cut. And then how do you resize them and make sure that they are the correct size for the stones that you have. So I'm going to be doing some screen sharing and showing you guys how to download from Etsy, upload to Cricut, and then make sure that you have the correct size. Then we're going to cut it with the Caesar Romeo. I know I just said I was putting it in a Cricut design space, but I prefer my Caesar Romeo over my Cricut Maker when cutting my flock. So I am going to show you how to upload it because I know more people have a Cricut machine over a Caesar machine. But I'm going to cut it with the Caesar after I show you how to upload it to Cricut Design Space. Then we're going to go ahead and brush in these stones and we're going to press it together. I'm also going to be giving you guys a life update. I know I've been a little MIA, or my posting hasn't been as normal or as frequent as you guys are used to. A lot of people have reached out to me, just said that they were thinking about me and, you know, things like that. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick little life update because, you know, life is lifing right now, but it's all good. But this is what we're doing in today's video, so go ahead and stick around. All right, guys, so I want to start off by saying if you can hear them trimming the trees in the background, I apologize. Of course, the day that I come in, they want to trim trees outside my window. But so yeah, I apologize if you do hear that. But yeah, I am going to be showing you how to download and use your files, your bling files that you get from Etsy. Okay, so this is my Etsy homepage. When I just go to the Etsy website, I'm already logged in because my computer remembers my login and all of that, so I don't have to log in. So what I'm going to do is go up to my account, and then I'm going to go to my purchases. And then under there, you'll see everything that you have purchased. If you purchase files, if you purchase like physical things, like I purchased some waist beads on here. Anything that you bought is going to be under this tab. Okay. Now, these are going to be the two bling files that I'm going to use today. I have not downloaded them yet. Even though I purchased them almost a month ago, I haven't downloaded them yet. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. Now, a lot of people ask me, where do I get my files from? Most of my files, they all come from Etsy, but I have like a handful of shops that I search from. My favorite shop is Craftable Things. Most of you who know me know Patrice. She is a fellow YouTuber, but she has a Craftable Things Etsy shop. And this is where I get a lot of my files from. Now, I do get some files from, so this is one. I haven't actually downloaded this one either. I need to download this one as well. This says Somewhat Crafty Boss, and the shop is Lady Print Boss. I just kind of go on to Etsy and search for files. Amazing Rhinestone is where I got this one from. I know oh my gosh, I haven't downloaded this one either, you guys. I have so many files I haven't even downloaded. This one is from Jackie Design Studio. Clearly, I purchased this file twice. That's crazy. I haven't used this file either. This one is from Marilyn, Making with Marilyn. I did use her file as well. She does have some pretty really pretty files as well. But yes, I just basically, if I'm looking for something, I'll start with going to Patrice's store. If I'm not finding what I'm looking for there, then I look at the shops that I've already purchased from before. And if I'm not really finding what I'm looking for, or I've already purchased everything that I want from that shop, then I'll just go up to the search bar and then I'll search. I don't know, if I'm looking for something specific for Juneteenth, then I'll just type in Juneteenth rhinestone files and I'll just pick something that comes up. But most of my files for Bling designs do come from Etsy. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work with these two files today. Clearly, I have so many files that I could use because I haven't downloaded none of these files. That's crazy. Nope, that wasn't the right one. Go back. I am going to download, yeah, these two files. Download files. Okay. So with this file, the historically dope, so she has one that's an ombre and she has one that's a solid. I want the one that's the ombre. That's the one I'm going to be working with today. So I'm going to go ahead and click download on the ombre. I just hit it twice by accident. And then this one has 4 files. So this one has one that says Bling Addict, and you can do it in the solid or the ombre. And then this one says Addicted to Bling, again, ombre or solid. I am going to go with the Bling Addict in the ombre. So I'm going to download that one. Okay. So now I hit the historically dope twice, but now I have the 2 files here that I'm going to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make my screen skinnier. Now I do have a rhinestone template file on my homepage here. That's basically where I put all of my rhinestone files so that they're easy for me to find. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click and drag it, okay? And dump it right into that file. Same with this one. I'm going to click, hold, drag, and I do have a PC, and just dump it right into the rhinestone file. Now you can do the same thing on a Mac because I have a Mac too. You can do the same exact thing on a Mac, MacBook, but I am currently right now using a PC. Okay. So now I am done with that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Cricut. Now I have been a little MIA. My Cricut, I knew it was going to do that. I knew it was going to have to do an update. It always does. It seems like every time I open up Cricut, it's got to download an update. So I'm going to go ahead and also open up Leonardo Design Studio as well. But like I said, I am going to be cutting with my Romeo today because I want to cut both of these files at the same time. And with the Leonardo Design Studio, you know, it is a wider cutting machine. So I'll be able to cut both files at the same time. All right, so this is my Cricut design space. These are the new, if your printable image is too large for a paper selection, you can now fix it in a click. Okay, so these are the things that's new, maybe old because I haven't been in Cricut in a minute. But what I'm going to do is go over to new project, and we're just going to upload our files, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so we're going to go over to upload, and then we're going to go to upload image, and then we're going to go to browse. And then we're going to go to our rhinestone template file. And these are all my rhinestone template files, but I'm going to open up the ones I just downloaded. So Bling Addict was one. Oh, historically dope. Let's start with that one. And then I'm going to select open. Now, one thing that I really, really like that Patrice does is she puts the size of the file in the name. So we're going to go ahead and hit upload. And then we're going to add it to Canvas. You can add 2 files to the Canvas at the same time, but I'm going to start with one, and we're just going to make sure that it is the correct size, which it doesn't, I don't think it is. I think it was bigger than that. So let me go back to the file name. Okay, so it's 10.841. I should write that down because I'm not going to remember. I'm just going to pull up my notepad here so I can write down the size of the file. It was 10.8, was it 41? Let me see. $10.841, yep, by 9.917. 9.917. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to my image here, and then I'm just going to make this, it was 10.841. 10.841. Now, when I adjusted the width, it automatically adjusted the height, and it adjusted it to the correct number. So I don't have to touch it anymore. This is the correct size. Now, the reason why doing this is so important is because if you're using a certain size stone, which for these are SS10 stones that I'll be using today. The reason why this is so important is because SS10 stones, the holes have to be a certain size in order for the SS10s to brush in. So when the designer created the file, she created this file using the SS10 stone size. If you make this smaller or you make this bigger than what the creator told you to use, then your holes are going to be a different size. So when you go to brush in your SS10s, they may not fit or they may not brush in because the hole size is either too small or too big. So you definitely want to make sure that whatever Etsy shop you purchase from, whatever file size they tell you to make that file size, you want to make sure that you use that size for whatever stones you're using, okay? It's very, very important. So this is the first one. I'm going to go ahead and upload the second one just to show you. And then again, she puts the size of the file in the name. So this one is 11.641. And then I'm just going to hit open, upload. We're going to select it, add to canvas. And now it's uploaded. And then I'm going to select it. We're going to change the width to, what was it? 11.641. So 11.641, hit enter, and then the height already adjusted, okay? So now both of my files are all set to go. Now they are different colors, so it may put them on different mats. Let me see. Which actually is fine. Okay, so as you can see, the reason why it would go on to different colors is because, or the reason why the different colors are important is because they're going to be different parts. So these all can be different colored rhinestones. Okay, so for instance, your purple, this purple color right here, it's going to be one color rhinestone. So it's going to cut in its own separate template. Same with this blue. It's going to be a different colored rhinestone because this is the ombre and not the solid. It's going to be a different template from the top part because you're going to use a different color. Same with the heart, same with the word addict. And then the word bling outline is also going to be a different color. So just how she has it different colored in the actual template, that's how it's going to cut. All of these pieces are going to cut separately so that you can use different colors. And then once you go to put it on the shirt, you just kind of place it like a puzzle piece, like a puzzle on the shirt. You're just kind of putting the puzzle together on the shirt once you've brushed in all your colored rhinestones. If you want all of this to be one solid color, you could just download the solid file, and then the only different colors would be your outline rhinestones, your inside rhinestones, and then maybe the heart and the word addict if you wanted them to be different. Otherwise, the only, like, it could all be the same color if that's what you wanted. The outline would be the only color that would be different. Same goes for this one. So that's how, then you would just place it on the mats however you want it to cut, whatever is easiest for you. Because the flock is all the same color, this is why I want to cut it on my Romeo, because the flock is all going to be the same color, right? I'm not using different colored flock, so I don't need it on different colored mats. So I want my whole template to cut out on one continuous cut, because it's all going to be the same colored flock. I'm just using different colored rhinestones. And with Cricut, you can't really do it like that. So that's why I'm going to be using my Romeo. But however you want to set it up on your Cricut with your mats, like if you wanted to do this black mat and then these two outlines, and then that's one mat, and then maybe you add these templates to this mat, so that, and these ones would all probably fit on one mat. So you could probably condense this down to 2 mats to cut on 2 mats instead of 4 different mats. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. But like I said, I'm going to be cutting in Leonardo Design Studio, just because in Leonardo Design Studio with the Romeo, I don't have to use a mat. I can just load the material in and it'll do a continuous cut all the way through. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign in. Uploading this onto Leonardo Design Studio is the exact same thing as the Cricut. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out with my Caesar Romeo. I will kind of show you how the Caesar Romeo cuts and how quiet it is and things like that. But we're going to go ahead and get this cut out, and then we're going to start brushing in our rhinestones. All right, you guys, so I messed up a little bit. I did not realize I actually don't have enough flock to cut both templates. This is all the flock that I have. I thought I had way more. But this is the rest of it. This is enough to cut one of the templates. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a template that I already have, because I do want to make 2 shirts. I'm going to use a template that I already have cut out, and then I am going to cut out the Bling Addict template on here. This is enough for that one. So I'm just going to cut one of the templates that I showed you, which is the Bling Addict, and this is the Romeo, which is a 24-inch cutter. So what I'm going to do is I am going to load this into the back of the machine and just use the so over here is, let me zoom in a little bit. You use the arrows here to set it up and make sure that it's lined up down there. Okay, so if I push the down arrow, it's going to feed it this way. If I push the up arrow, it's going to feed it that way. And then if I push the left or right, it's going to move. This is the this is the blade. If I push left or right, it's going to move the blade. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and place it on my flock like that, and then I'm going to make sure that my settings are correct. So I have this on cut speed 13, which is the highest, which is the fastest it'll go. And then my force is on 65. Now I've cut on this before and I haven't had any issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that setting. I like that setting. I don't like how this is sitting on this roller. I'm gonna take it out and scoot it over just a tiny bit because it looked like it was gonna fold up. And we don't want that. Okay. Okay, that looks better. So I'm gonna go ahead, line up my blade, and then on my computer, I'm just gonna hit send to cutter. And now as you can see, it's cutting. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this cut, and then I will come back when it's all done and we will brush in the rhinestones for both our templates. Alright, so while the other template is cutting out, I am going to go ahead and get this template brushed in. I'm going to be doing the crafty little thing template. For the outline and the word Lil, I'm going to use my Labrador SS10 rhinestones. I do get my rhinestones from the baby's booty. She does She does buy-ins once a month. I will try to remember to leave a link to her website down below. But for the outline and for the word little, I'm going to be using Labrador, which is like a metallic silver stone. It's not like an AB stone, or it's not like crystal. It's like a metallic silver stone. So this is going to be the outline. This is the first time I'm using this. I did get this either in February or March, and I just haven't been able to use it because I haven't been at the office. But I figure I would give you guys kind of like a life update, just because I know I've been MIA a lot, like these last, I don't know, maybe like 2 months. I just haven't been posting as regularly as I normally have been. And I know I've been getting like a lot of comments, a lot of people, you know, wishing me well and things like that. So I just figured that I would kind of give you guys a little life update, because I'm not going to hold you up. Life has been lifing, okay? So back in like October of like November of last year, my dad got really sick. So that's kind of what kind of started me backing away from YouTube just a little bit, was, you know, having to deal with some of his health issues. He was diagnosed with cancer. So, you know, we just kind of been dealing with that a little bit. So just, his prognosis is good. I don't want to go into details or anything like that, just to kind of keep his privacy, but his prognosis is pretty good. So we have been kind of dealing with that a little bit. And then for those who don't know, I did mention it, but my youngest son, who is 4 years old, he was diagnosed with autism back in October. So I've also like really been kind of focused on his therapy. So between like October, November, and December, my schedule was just kind of all over the place because, you know, my husband works full-time and then I just kind of do full-time YouTube. I don't like have a full-time job that I go clock into because I have 3 kids, and I've always needed to have like a really kind of flexible schedule to be able to take care of the kids, basically. Okay, so during, you know, the October, November, December months, those are like really, really busy months for my husband. So back in October when we got his autism diagnosis, we started him in speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. And of course, because of my husband's, you know, busy schedule, it was kind of just me taking on a lot of that by myself, because, you know, obviously the bills still have to get paid, and if somebody's gonna kind of back away from work, it's got to be me, just because of the dynamics of our house. So I was dealing with that for a couple of months, and then this year, so we actually just got him started in ABA therapy. That actually just started this month. And then on April 5th, I had surgery. So, I mean, y'all, it's just been so much going on between my dad, me, my kids. It's just been a lot. It's just been, life has really been lifing. But I mean, everybody is doing well. Everybody's, you know, doing as well as we could be. My son, but when he started his speech therapy and his occupational therapy, he was pretty much nonverbal. I mean, he would say some things like here and there, but he doesn't like full on communicate. Whereas now he's doing so well, guys. He is doing so good. He knows all of his letters. He knows all of his numbers. He's still not talking in like full sentences, but he is definitely using more words. So, you know, instead of just using like one word phrases, he's actually, I mean, instead of using like one word here or there, he'll actually try to form a sentence. It doesn't necessarily come out as like a full sentence, but you can tell he's trying. So he's doing so well. And then, like I said, we did start him in ABA this month. So now he is in ABA therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. And he does occupational, speech, and physical therapy once a week for each of them, and then he does ABA 5 times a week. And then baseball season is starting for my oldest, so now he has practices 5 days a week and games 2 days a week. So it's just, I have a lot on my plate. So I'm not like quitting YouTube or anything. I'm just, it's more so, it's gotten to a point where I just have so much going on that I get to videos when I can, okay? I do them when I can, because, you know, the home life has to come first. So I didn't forget about you guys at all. I love you guys. I love the support. Everybody who has reached out to me or thought about me or prayed for me or anything of that nature, I just appreciate you so much. You guys have no idea. But I wanted to kind of give you guys an update. And, you know, I can't go live just because, you know, I just have so much going on. It's just hard for me to really commit to going live to talk about it. So I just figured I wanted to make a couple of new shirts. The weather is breaking. So I figured I would just kind of give you guys a little life update via my video while I'm, you know, making a couple of shirts. I'm honestly thinking about selling my Glowforge just because I don't use it as often as I just, you know, as often as I thought I would. And the Glowforge is like, I know I get a lot of free stuff to promote on the channel, but The Glowforge was not one of them, honey, okay? I bought that with my money, and I just don't use it as often as I thought I would. So I'm considering selling it. Okay, so here is the first one here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up because I've learned the hard way that when I let them just sit in the template like that, sometimes I accidentally bump it and knock them out, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up now. Nope, that's too small. I'm looking through, I have some sheets that I can reuse here, so I'm just trying to find one that is big enough. That one should be good. So to pick these up, let me make sure I'm still in focus. So to pick these up, you just want to take your transfer sheet. I will have all of my materials linked down below. This is the ooh, what is it called? It's a hot fix rhinestone mask. It's on, I get it from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Like I said, I will leave a link for it down below. But you just want to kind of go like in a U shape and just out like that. In one swoop. You don't want to put it down and then pick it back up because you're going to mess up your template. So you just want to put it down and commit and just get it down. And then you just kind of go over it with your fingers just to make sure that all the stones are stuck to the mask here. And I'm just, some of them, if any of them moved, honestly, you can really just kind of, oh, there's an extra stone right there. I didn't see it. But if any of them move kind of out of place, you can really just use your thumbnail to kind of pop them back real easily. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pick them up. Now, I did have an extra stone, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Okay. And then what I do is I just kind of put this on the backing. Okay, and now this is ready to be pressed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish brushing in the rest of this template. I'm still waiting for that second template to finish cutting. I'm going to show you how easy it is to get the flock dots off with the Romeo when I cut with the Romeo. So when that is finished cutting, I will come back and I will show you the cut, and then we'll go ahead and press everything. All right, guys, so my flock is done here. So I am going to lift it up and we're going to see what we have. I feel like everything cut through, but you just never know. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but not 100% of the dots are coming out. But it's not bad though. Okay, can you guys see that? Am I in focus? There we go. So a good amount stayed, but not like this whole little line here didn't come off. So not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. More of that one stayed. It seems like the outline didn't come all the way off. Okay, so that is the whole template there. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim this off. And then what I'm gonna do is, I like to use a map. As you can see here, I already have some dots on it, but I like to use the map to try to get the rest of the dots off. But yeah, so I went ahead and I took the little, my camera died, sorry about that guys. But I took the flock dots that were here, I just scraped them off. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my template, which this is the whole template and it has to be trimmed. But what I'm gonna do is take this and kind of put it on my standard grip mat. And this is just to kind of help get the rest of the flock dots off, so that I don't have to sit there and kind of pick them one by one. You can if you want to. This for me is just a kind of an easy way to get them off. And then I take my little brayer tool and I just kind of push them down because I want them to stick to the mat as much as possible. And now I'm just going to gently peel this back. And some of them are still there. So what I'm going to do is take my tweezers, if I can find them. Here they are. If there's any left over, like there's one right here, I'm just going to take my tweezers and just pick them out. But you want to make sure that you're doing this gently because you don't want to rip or stretch out those holes. There's another one. Just going to go ahead and grab it with my tweezers and keep pulling. Here's one. And it's just easier for me to do it this way and then I use my scraper tool here to get them off my mat once I'm done. And I'm just gently peeling it off my mat. There's a couple here. I'm just gonna grab those with my tweezers. So I'm actually kind of running out of time. I do have my first template already brushed in, so we are going to press that. But for this one, I'm not going to be able to brush them in and press it, just because I do have to go get my son from ABA therapy. So this is the second one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, what I like to do, is I put my templates on cardboard paper just because I have a whole bunch of cardboard. I thought I was going to be into paper crafts. Turns out I really don't care for paper crafts. So I have a whole bunch of cardboard. I'm sorry, not cardboard. What is this called? Oh my goodness. See, I haven't been doing cardstock. There we go. I kept calling it cardboard. I could not think of the name of it. But cardstock, I have a whole bunch of cardstock. So what I like to do is I just put my template on the cardstock. I do know a lot of people use the cutting mats from Dollar Tree. And then I'm just going to go ahead and trim it. So now we have Bling, the outline. We have Addict with the hearts. And then we got the inside of, this is the word Bling, the inside of it. And I'm just going to cut it right down the middle. So that's the bottom part. Sorry guys, my camera died again. But yeah, here's the top part of Bling. This is the bottom part. And then you have Addict with the heart and the outline. So here is the whole template. Okay. But like I said, I'm not gonna brush in or press this one just because I am running out of time. But I do already have my other template brushed in and ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and press that one. And then let me grab my shirts. So I'm just going to use a short sleeve. This is a Bella Canva shirt in a large. These are, come on, focus. These are my favorite shirts. I love the Bella Canva shirts. Like I said, this is a large and it is 100% cotton. And then I'm using my HTV Ron Auto Press to go ahead and press this. I'm just going to give it a quick lint roll. And then I'm going to show you the colors I used as well, because I did only tell you about the Labrador. So I'm going to give this a quick pre-press. But I used, like I said, I used Labrador for the outside. Then I used, this is Amethyst. I'm sorry, not Amethyst, Tanzanite. I used Tanzanite. This is not AB, this is regular Tanzanite. And then I used Violet Volcano, which is, I don't know if this is an AB color. I don't think it is. It's just it looks like an AB color, but it's its own color. It's Violet Volcano. And all of them are in the SS10. And then I used Light Cyan AB. Okay. So now that I have my shirt pre-pressed, we're going to do the outline first. And I'm going to go ahead and line it up about 3 fingers down from the collar. Make sure all my stones are in place. They look good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press these. The second one I'm going to do is going to be the Tanzanite, which is the bottom part of Crafty and the top part of Thing. They're the same color. Before I peel it off, I just kind of like to take a shirt and just kind of make sure that all of the stones are nice and pressed down. And then I go ahead and peel my transfer tape off. And they all stay beautifully. Now I'm going to put that to the side because I probably have like at least 1 or 2 more times to use that transfer tape. So I'm not going to throw it away. Alright, and here is my second part. So I'm just going to line that up. I know that this is the bottom part of Crafty and the top part of Thing. Okay, that looks good. Now, some of my diamonds are exposed here, so I don't want to let too much heat get on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with a piece of parchment paper just to kind of protect the exposed diamonds. And then we're going to go ahead and press that one. The next one I'm going to press is the top part of Crafty, which this is the Violet Volcano color. So we're going to go ahead and press this one next. Now this auto press, this is auto pressure as well as auto release. I do have a lot of content on my channel about this press. If you are interested, definitely scroll through my channel. I do have a lot of content about it. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and remove this transfer tape. Beautiful. I love tanzanite. I love tanzanite and I love amethyst as well. Let me get you guys a little bit closer so you can see. All right, and now we're going to do the top part of Crafty. And you're just kind of putting it together like a puzzle, okay? It should all fit. Sometimes I have a stone that might be out of place or, you know, something like that. Just move it around until you get it perfect like that. Oh, these colors are gonna look so good. All right, again, I have exposed diamonds. I don't want to mess them up, so I'm gonna cover it with parchment paper, and then we're gonna go ahead and press that. The next one is going to be the bottom part of Thing, which is going to be in light cyan. And then we have one more after that. Okay. And then once again, I just take my shirt, make sure all the stones are nice adhered, and go ahead and pull away my transfer tape. And I'm saving all of this transfer tape because I have a couple more uses out of all of them, to be honest. And now here is the bottom part of Thing. Let me scoot the shirt up a little bit. And again, you're just putting it together like a puzzle. You just want to make sure it all fits. That looks good. And we're going to go ahead and cover that. Honestly, I could put Thing down if I wanted little Thing down. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put, because there's one more layer, and I can press them both at the same time. So that's what I'm going to do. To try to save some time here. This is the word Lil right here, which we're gonna go ahead and put down. Oh, this is so freaking pretty. And then we're gonna put down Thing. I know I have to lift up the transfer tape that's on Lil. I just trying to save some time here. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. I feel like that was getting too stuck and I didn't like that. So I'm not gonna set myself up for failure. I'm just gonna press them one at a time. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and press that one because it's already down. Y'all see, I had to abort that mission. If with these rhinestones, because you have to brush them in by hand, if something ain't feeling like it's smooth enough, just abort mission and keep it moving. because it's better to just do it in 2 presses than to try to do what I just did and mess up, and then you gotta rebrush in a whole piece of the template. Just don't. Just don't be like me and try to do too much. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna save that piece. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put in the bottom part of thing. And this is the light cyan AB. Okay, that looks good. This is our final press. Go ahead and do that for the full 15 seconds. And again, my press, well, not again because I didn't say it, but my press is at 315 degrees, 315, and each gets pressed for 15 seconds. All right, let's remove the parchment paper. Go ahead and push these down. Oh my gosh, y'all, these colors are so freaking pretty. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around so y'all can get some of the natural light. This is also the same one that's on my shirt right now. I have Crafty Little Thing on the shirt that I'm wearing. OMG. Am I missing a stone? I am. It's a stone missing right there. It must not have been on my template. That's a super easy fix though. I can really just go in and plop a stone right in there in the R. Now that I'm looking at this shirt, it looks like I'm missing some stones. I think I've had this shirt for a long time, you guys. So I think some of my stones are starting to come off in the wash. But anywho, this is the shirt. Look at that. So again, the colors are Labrador on the outside. The top is Violet Volcano. Lil is in Labrador. The bottom part of Crafty and the top part of Things is Tanzanite. And then the bottom part of Thing is Light Cyan AB. OMG. I love that. Alright guys, but that is all I have for this video. I did just want to kind of do a shirt plus a life update. I know you guys, a lot of you already know how to make these. For those who didn't, hopefully I explained it good enough. I know a lot of people were asking me about how to upload it into Cricut and things like that. So hopefully I answered some of your questions. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please make sure you check the description box for all supplies. Will be linked in the description box down below. But thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye, guys.